Look at this image. It is a picture of perfection. A garden, a sunlit path inviting you to walk, trees offering shade, flowers in full bloom. The air is pure and everything is right. And then there is this, a single apple, perfectly red, hanging so close, within reach. This is the image we all know. This is the Garden of Eden. But what was it really? Was it just a beautiful garden, or was it something more? And more importantly, what did we truly lose when we were sent away? The Bible, in the book of Genesis, introduces us to Eden, a Hebrew word for pleasure or delight. It was not just any garden, it was a sanctuary. It was the place where God, the creator of the cosmos, would walk and talk with humanity. Try to imagine it, a world without fear, a world without pain, without sickness, without death, a world without envy, without lies, without shame. It was perfect harmony. Harmony between humanity and God, harmony between man and woman, harmony between mankind and nature. Adam was given a task to work it and take care of it. This wasn't the toil we know today. It was a joyful cooperation with creation. It was a perfect existence. But in the middle of this perfect existence stood two trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave Adam and Eve total freedom in the entire garden. They had everything. He gave them only one command, a single restriction in all of paradise. You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. A pause. Let that sink in. Why? Why would God place such a tree in the middle of a perfect garden? Why risk everything? Because without choice, there is no real love. Without the ability to say no, the yes has no meaning. God did not want robots. He did not want programmed beings. He desired a relationship. And a true relationship requires free will. That tree was not a trap. It was a symbol of choice. Do you trust me? Or will you choose your own path? And we all know what happened next. The serpent came. The serpent did not deny God. He did something far more clever. He questioned God's character. Did God really say, "You will not die"? For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. It was a lie, wrapped in a grain of truth. They wanted to be like God. They wanted to define for themselves what was good and what was evil. And so, they took it. They looked at the fruit, just like this one, and saw that it was good for food and pleasing to the eye. And they ate. In that moment, everything broke. Their eyes were indeed opened, but they did not see divine wisdom. For the first time, they saw their own nakedness. For the first time, they felt shame. For the first time, they felt fear. The harmony was gone. When they heard God walking in the garden, for the first time, they hid. That path in our image, that beautiful sunlit path, became the path out. They were exiled, not necessarily to punish them, but to protect them, because if now, in their fallen state, they ate from the tree of life, they would live forever, forever separated from God, forever in their sin. And so God placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way back. The door to paradise was closed. Why does this story, thousands of years old, matter today? Because every single day, We live east of Eden. Every one of us carries an echo of that loss, that feeling that the world is not as it should be. That deep, unexplainable longing for home, for a place where we are fully known and fully loved. That is our nostalgia for Eden. We look at a world filled with incredible beauty, but also with pain, death, and brokenness. And the apple, the symbol of choice, is still before us. Every day we choose, will we trust God? Or will we define for ourselves what is good and what is evil? The story of Eden is the story of what was lost. It is the diagnosis of the human condition. But it is not, thank God, the end of the story. The closing of the garden was not the final word. The entire rest of the Bible is the story of God making a new way back, the story of a promise made right after the fall, that one would come to crush the serpent's head, the story of a cross, which is the paradoxical tree that gives us life instead of death. The final book of the Bible does not end with a return to a garden. It ends with a city, the New Jerusalem, descending from heaven, where God dwells with his people once again. And what is in the middle of that city? The tree of life, bearing its fruit once more, and its leaves are for the healing of the nations. The Garden of Eden is the story of a perfect beginning, a tragic fall, but most of all, it is the start of an incredible story of redemption.